Hi, I'm Sarah Woodard Ortiz, and welcome to my Heartily Broken YouTube channel, where we take a break from our divorce. So in this video series, I'm going to be focusing on giving advice to dads who are going through divorce. And in this specific video, I'm going to be focusing on how to jumpstart the healing process, which I think is such an important thing to do. So, what got me thinking about this series is that I recently posted about a coloring book that I created for moms and children who are going through a divorce, and I get this question a lot. Why do you only focus on moms who are going through divorce? Dads go through divorce too, and they need just as much help because they're struggling and they're in pain as well. And usually I say, well, I focus on moms because I am a mom. But this person phrased the question a bit differently. She said, do you have any advice for dads going through a divorce? My friends are going through a divorce and the mom is getting all the attention and the dad is getting ignored. And that really made me realize that the divorce industry, and can I just say for a second how sad it is that we actually have to have a divorce industry in this country, but we do. So the divorce industry is largely ignoring dads, and I'm going to try to do my little bit to help. So without further ado, here is some advice from a divorced mom to a divorced dad. I hope it helps. So we're focusing on how to jumpstart the healing process, and I think this is such an important thing to do because it really sets the foundation for you to heal through your divorce. Divorce is so stressful and it takes so much out of you, and you really need to start the healing process as soon as possible. So how do we jumpstart the healing process? Well, first and foremost is don't date. Let me repeat that. Do not date. I don't know how many times when people found out that I was getting a divorce, that I was separated from my husband, I heard multiple times, oh, you just need to go out and get a man. Oh, just go on a date, you'll feel better. No, you won't. Well, maybe you will at first, but if you start a relationship when you're already hurting, when you're under stress, when you're going through separation or divorce, that just makes things even more stressful. It stunts your healing process, and it's not fair to the person that you're dating. And by not dating, I mean do not go on a date. Do not start a relationship. Don't try to get cozy with a best friend that you've had your eye on maybe for a little bit. Just don't date. It's very hard not to think about, especially when you're feeling lonely, when you're feeling hurt, when you might miss your ex, but don't date. I cannot stress that enough. And that brings me to the next item, focus on yourself. So divorce is so insanely stressful, and it's a different kind of stress than anything that I've ever experienced before in my life. It's this subtle layer of stress underneath everything I did. And so it took me a while to understand and realize that I was actually under a lot of stress. And you are too, whether you realize it or not. Unfortunately, that's just how it works. So you need to focus on yourself during this time. You need to take time for yourself. You need to reconnect with yourself. You can start a new hobby that you've always wanted to do. You can take yourself out to the movies. You can take yourself out to dinner. You can stay home and make your favorite dinner. Make a dinner that your ex doesn't like. But whatever it is, do something that you love to do. Reconnect with yourself and spend time with yourself. I would highly suggest just taking time every day, at least an hour or more if you can, to do something that you enjoy, and also to just sit in silence for a while. Just take a break from everything. That's what my whole focus is about, taking a break from our divorce. And this is a prime example. You need to focus on yourself in order to heal. Build your support system. This is really crucial. And your support system can consist of people, but it can also consist of things like books or movies or quotes. So if you have a favorite quote, or if you come across a quote that really speaks to you during your divorce, type it out, maybe put it in a font that you like, print it out and hang it up in the wall, or make a little image for it that you could put on your phone or your iPad so it can always remind you. And this also means while you're building your support system with positive people, you're also getting rid of negative people. So you're already under a bunch of stress. You don't need any more stress in your life. You don't need any more negativity or people that bring you down. And you will find that when you're going through divorce, people will come to you and try to fix it. And they mean well. They really do mean well. But their advice can be inconsiderate at times. Like the advice I got for, I just need to go out and find another guy. You'll get advice like that a lot. That can hurt and confuse you and make you feel worse than you already do. So building your support system is just as important as getting rid of the people who are not being positive in your life. And by getting rid of them, I don't mean you yell at them and cuss at them and fight with them and, cut them off completely. I just mean you take a break from them. Okay, so set boundaries. This is my last piece of advice on how to heal yourself, how to jumpstart the healing process. So set boundaries. So I actually created an ebook for moms who are going through divorce, and in it was a bunch of worksheets. And one of those worksheets called My Rights. And that worksheet is very important to me because when you're going through divorce, when you're going through stress, a lot of your friends and family aren't going to understand what you're going through. You're going through a traumatic experience of losing a relationship that you've had for a while. And so you're going to have highs and lows. So one of my rights is that I have the right to feel whatever I feel that day. I don't necessarily have the right to act negatively on it, but I have the right to feel that way. So I have the right to feel okay one day but not okay the next. And that's because I'm working through the healing process, and you're working through the healing process too. So I would suggest writing down a list, at least 5 things that you have the right as a person in mourning, as a person who is going through a traumatic experience, has a right to do or think. So that is my advice from a divorced mom to a divorced dad. And I will tell you the same thing that I tell moms. Divorce is a great opportunity, a rare opportunity that most people don't get. It is an opportunity for you to reevaluate yourself, reevaluate what you want out of a relationship, and start all over again. You have a unique experience in front of you, an opportunity that is going to force you to heal, is going to force you to look inside yourself, and you need to take that. And only when you take that will you start to heal. So accept the challenge, take this opportunity to start again. So stay tuned for the next video. In the next video, I will be focusing on how to use visitation wisely. So stay tuned for that, and thank you so much for joining me. Bye. I hope you've enjoyed taking a break from your divorce. Please comment below with any questions, comments, or ideas for future videos. I post new videos every week, so stop by again soon, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to receive notifications when I post new videos.